The Commerce Secretary made headlines recently. His words, "Only fraudsters would miss Social Security checks." This statement sparked outrage across the country. Seniors, already facing financial anxieties, felt a chill. Was the government dismissing their concerns? The statement, intended to reassure, had the opposite effect. It ignited a firestorm of criticism and fear. The public demanded answers. Was this a gaffe? Or a glimpse into the government's true stance on Social Security? The statement brought to light a growing anxiety. Millions of Americans rely on Social Security. It's not a handout, it's a lifeline. The idea of those payments being disrupted is terrifying for many. The Secretary's statement, whether a miscalculation or a deliberate message, revealed a disconnect. The government seemed out of touch with the very people it serves. This incident highlighted the precarious situation of Social Security. It's a program under immense pressure, facing both administrative challenges and political headwinds. Before dissecting the statement's implications, let's address the elephant in the room. Who actually said it? Conflicting reports muddy the waters. Axios and MSNBC point to Howard Lutnick, a Trump appointee. The Hill, however, identifies Gina Raimondo as the current Commerce Secretary. This discrepancy is more than a footnote. It drastically alters the narrative. If it's Lutnick, the statement takes on a different weight. It aligns with the Trump administration's history of dismantling social safety nets. It fuels the narrative of an administration out of touch with the working class. If it's Raimondo, the statement might be a blunder, a poorly phrased attempt at reassurance. Regardless of who uttered the words, the damage was done. The public was left questioning the government's commitment to Social Security. The confusion surrounding the Secretary's identity only deepened the sense of unease. The Commerce Secretary, whoever they may be, claimed their words were meant to reassure. They argued that only those committing fraud had anything to fear. The message was clear. Honest citizens would receive their checks without interruption. However, this message landed with a thud. Why the disconnect? Because for many, Social Security isn't just about money. It's about security. It's about knowing the government has their back. The Secretary's statement, even if well-intentioned, failed to address this deeper need. It reduced a complex issue to a simplistic binary honest citizens versus fraudsters. Furthermore, the statement ignored the very real anxieties surrounding Social Security. Administrative backlogs, staffing shortages, and potential budget cuts loom large. These are not figments of the imagination, they are documented realities. To dismiss all concerns as unfounded anxiety is not only insensitive, but also inaccurate. The Secretary's attempt at reassurance backfired. It revealed a lack of understanding of the vital role Social Security plays in the lives of millions. It also highlighted the government's failure to address the systemic issues plaguing the program. Over 70 million Americans depend on Social Security. These aren't faceless statistics. They are real people. They are seniors who've worked hard their entire lives. They are people with disabilities who rely on these payments to make ends meet. For many, Social Security is more than just a source of income. It's a lifeline. Imagine relying on a single check every month to cover your basic needs. Rent, food, medicine, all hanging in the balance. Now imagine the fear and uncertainty sparked by the Commerce Secretary's statement. The message, regardless of intent, was clear. Your financial security is not guaranteed. The reliance on Social Security is particularly stark among seniors. For a significant percentage, it's their primary source of income. These are not individuals living lavish lifestyles. They are living on fixed incomes, often struggling to afford basic necessities. The thought of missing even a single check is a terrifying prospect. The Commerce Secretary's statement, however well-intentioned, demonstrated a shocking disconnect from the realities faced by millions of Americans. It underscored the need for greater empathy and understanding when discussing a program as vital as Social Security. Public outcry: seniors fear for their financial security. The Commerce Secretary's statement sparked immediate and intense public outcry. Seniors, advocacy groups, and lawmakers criticized the statement. Social Security is a lifeline, not a game. The response highlighted deep-seated anxieties. Social Security is deeply personal, affecting millions. Administrative chaos. Is Social Security on the brink? The Commerce Secretary's statement, while jarring, also brought to light a deeper issue: the administrative struggles plaguing Social Security. Years of underfunding and staffing shortages have created a perfect storm. The agency is drowning in backlogs, leaving many seniors in a state of limbo. Phone lines are jammed, appointments are scarce, and processing times have ballooned. For seniors facing financial hardship, navigating this bureaucratic labyrinth is a nightmare. The system, designed to provide a safety net, is failing those who need it most. The situation is further complicated by the political tug-of-war over Social Security. Some lawmakers see an opportunity to shrink the program, using the specter of fraud and insolvency as justification. This political maneuvering only adds to the uncertainty and anxiety surrounding the program's future. The Commerce Secretary's statement, while seemingly focused on fraud, inadvertently revealed a deeper truth. Social Security is at a crossroads, facing both administrative and political challenges. Addressing these issues is not just about numbers, it's about people's lives. Fighting fraud, balancing security with timely payments. The Commerce Secretary's emphasis on cracking down on fraud is not entirely misplaced. Safeguarding Social Security from those seeking to exploit the system is crucial. However, this objective must not come at the expense of legitimate beneficiaries. The challenge lies in striking a balance between security and timely payments. The vast majority of Social Security recipients are honest citizens who rely on these payments to survive. Subjecting them to unnecessary scrutiny and delays is not only unfair, but also counterproductive. It erodes trust in the system and creates undue hardship for those who can least afford it. The focus on fraud, while important, should not overshadow the need for efficient and compassionate service. Streamlining the application process, reducing backlogs, and providing adequate staffing are essential steps in ensuring timely payments to those who deserve them. The key takeaway is this: fighting fraud should not come at the cost of neglecting the needs of legitimate beneficiaries. It's about finding solutions that enhance security without creating unnecessary obstacles for those who rely on Social Security for their livelihoods. The future of Social Security, a program under pressure. The Commerce Secretary's statement, regardless of intent, has ignited a crucial conversation about the future of Social Security. The program, once considered untouchable, is facing unprecedented challenges. A perfect storm of demographic shifts, political wrangling, and administrative woes threatens its long-term viability. The aging population, coupled with a shrinking workforce, is putting a strain on the system's finances. Meanwhile, political gridlock prevents meaningful reforms that could ensure its solvency for future generations. The current trajectory is unsustainable, demanding urgent attention and bipartisan solutions. The debate over Social Security often devolves into partisan bickering, with each side accusing the other of playing politics with people's livelihoods. This political gamesmanship does a disservice to the millions of Americans who depend on the program for their well-being. The future of Social Security hinges on our collective willingness to engage in a thoughtful and constructive dialogue. It's about finding common ground, setting aside partisan differences, and prioritizing the needs of the American people. The time for action is now. The last word, a legacy at stake. The Commerce Secretary's statement, whether a gaffe or a calculated message, has left an indelible mark on the national conversation about Social Security. It has exposed the raw anxieties of millions who rely on the program, while also highlighting the very real challenges it faces. The question now is, what will we do about it? Social Security is more than just a government program. It's a promise made to generations of Americans. It's a testament to our collective belief in caring for one another, ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to age with dignity and security. This legacy is now at stake. The time for complacency is over. We must demand that our elected officials treat Social Security with the seriousness it deserves. We must hold them accountable for finding solutions that strengthen and preserve this vital program for generations to come. The future of Social Security, and indeed the well-being of millions of Americans, depends on it. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and share our video with family and friends. Most importantly, kindly hit that subscribe button to encourage us to continue hunting and bringing to you the latest news around the world.